So I was talking to my friend the other day, and she was telling me how she babysits these two kids, and the younger one was telling her about his favorite toy, and his favorite toy is a Barbie doll, a naked Barbie doll. Is it just me, or is that a little messed up? Just a little. I mean, it wouldn't be messed up, right? Except that he's 3. Or wait, is that exactly how society wants our children to grow up? Now, I don't know why that little 3-year-old likes Barbie dolls that are naked, but I can only imagine that it's because he's using his imagination. Or that, I don't know, maybe I'm just disturbed because I'm imagining that he's using his imagination. Do we want our children to use their imagination? What kind of parent wants that? Children's things that aren't really children's things, if you know what I'm saying. For example, you know those children's movies where they're really not children's movies, but they pretend to be children's movies? You know what I'm talking about, right? Except that they're just excuses for the creators to, get their. You know the movie Peter Pan? Can we just talk about Mermaid's Lagoon for a minute? The mermaids, have you seen what they're wearing or what they're not wearing? Some of the mermaids are pretty much rocking what Little Mermaid rocks, and I'm not saying she's messed up or anything, but she's kind of a whole nother ball game in Peter Pan, where one mermaid is literally wearing stars on her little tinsel-haired mermaid, the reddish tinsel-haired color hair, whatever. She literally has hair perfectly covering there's nothing there. There's literally just hair perfectly covering that while she's moving around and like swooning over Peter Pan or Jasmine. She's literally wearing a bra that has arms that aren't even on her shoulders. They're like falling off. Suggested? And kids, you can distract your opponents by smooching on Jafar. I mean, she's basically a slightly different from the princess path that this conversation is taking. You know Cruella de Vil? You know how she drives a car at the end of the movie where she's basically going cuckoo over the dogs escaping with the puppies? She literally gets so mad that she crashes into the snow. The whole car just gets destroyed. And she's still driving it. Basically, we're showing our kids that you can drive a car, if the only parts that are still there is the seat and the wheel. Nothing else is necessary, and you can magically fuel whatever you're sitting in, which is nothing, by the way, with your crazy red demonic eyes and obsession for puppy fur. But by that logic, with cars and everything, you can look to the video games that people have today where, they're stealing cars and driving over people, playing the game for the purpose of driving over people, and liking driving over people, and crashing into people, and just having fun running into people. I'll be right back. And speaking of cars, you can't drive a car till you're 16. So why do we even have these kids playing these video games or watching movies where people are driving cars? You know what? Now that I think about it, even toy cars are a little over the top, don't you think? I mean, why are you having a kid driving a little plastic car where they can drive it all over, I don't know, the sofa? Or, the TV or on the floor? I mean, what kind of person wants their child to drive their car inside the house? Messed up. And then the car, they're going to be driving the car and it's going to crash into the baseball that's lying around in the house. What kind of parent wants their kid to play with the baseball? Baseballs are hard. Do you want your kid to get hit with the baseball in the house where they're driving a car illegally under the age of 16? What if the baseball hits them in the head? What if any ball hits them in the head? Actually, they shouldn't even be allowed to play with balls because that's irresponsible of the parent. Freaking A, man. Freaking A. You know what? Forget a ball hitting them in the head. What if, any object hits them in the head? Anything that's solid. Kids should be kept away from anything that is solid or concrete. And ideas, even though they're not concrete, they're still dangerous, right? Because then that leads them to an imagination. We don't want our kids to have an imagination. Remember the point. So basically, they should be kept away from absolutely everything. You know what? Just to keep it simple, kids should just be kept in pens. And I don't mean play pens or kitty pens. I mean pens, if you know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. What is up with all these Barbie dolls running around here?